Good morning. It's Wednesday, January 29th already, 2025. And today's prompts are sealed and revealed. And as I said, we are going to reveal what is sealed up in our junk journal January 2025 book, our tatty little junk journal. There are a couple of things that I did not tell you I was doing, although I hinted at them. And so let's jump in, do a flip through, and talk about what we're going to do for the last 2 days of Junk Journal January 2025.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can do this in one take. You can see that there is no real closure here. It's just an illusion because I decided not to put a closure on my junk journal this time. And the reason is that this cover, while I love this cover, I'm not going to keep it on my actual 2025 journal. In some ways, this journal is prototyping for, things I might want to try in the future. I did attach the belly band and a closure permanently to the backboard. So whatever journal goes, in this set of covers in the future, the belly band and the button closure will be a part of it. And also, this can be a belly band as well. So, pretty simple strips of cow fabric, because I didn't do fabric, over or under brads. And I didn't even cover these brads up because I can undo the belly band and I can put a new paper on there. Just like I can put a new paper on here if I choose. I don't know what I'm going to do with these covers, but I have a handful of covers that I keep that have no journal in them, and I never use them. So I added, these are the tickets we used as our tab binding, and I added a little charm, something I have never done that was a commercially made charm or set of charms. I always make my own, and I don't use charms that often. Here's our faux book plate, and here's our partial list of when we did any given prompt, and here's our prompt. Then here's opaque. Here's the second part of that prompt list with a lot less of them filled in because they were doubled and tripled. And some of them are actually in here because on the first week because we were doubling. Not intentionally, we just did. This is our newspaper. I wanted to just have remembrances of what a newspaper used to be. And you can look at the January 23rd episode for a larger idea of what I was trying to do on that page. This is technically a blank page. This is our overlap page. More blank pages, but you'll just note the line element, because I have some blanks in here, goes all the way through the journal. And I added that way early in the Junk Journal January challenge. This is my outline, which is actually, the outline is made up of words. And so this could be older me and younger me, or it could be my mom and myself. And it ties in with modern. This is actually a repeat. I liked the graphic that I did for Modern Magazine, which is a totally different interpretation of those two prompts than this is. So I repeated it. I love this graphic, and I haven't used any of the graphics that I created for Junk Journal January, except for this one. And is there another one? No, this is the only thumbnail graphic I used. Silly me, I spent so much time working on them and then didn't use them in the book. So there's the modern interpretation. This one was antique, hidden, tuck spot, and I want to say something else now, but I don't know. So we have our envelope with our hidden message in there. Plus, there is a second tuck spot. I teased you about it when we actually did this. Nobody guessed where the second tuck spot was, but there it is right there. And this contrasts nicely with modern. And this was inspired by the way we used to decorate our houses with all kinds of fancy things like cove molding and everything, and then the way we do it now, which is very plain and cracker box and not nearly as expressive of individual personality as when we were building houses one at a time. And then we had Bright and Bubble, and I took creative license and did Bright and Balloon, because what's a balloon but a bubble full of air, right? Anyway, we wished everybody in January a very happy birthday, and if you look very closely, there's our bubble wrap printing in the background. This was one of two sort of demonstration pieces for people who had never made envelopes or tuck spots or that kind of thing before, that we did actually in late December to kind of get people to get over the intimidation factor of doing something they'd never done before. These technically are, again, not finished pages, but this could be my layout for letter. It has all the elements except for something written. Yeah, all the elements right here. And this was just in the page layout that we did without me actually looking at the prompts and saying, oh, where can I set myself up for letter? It just is what it is. Here's another one. And these, again, are blank pages. They weren't used for anything in this book. And then this was our actual official envelope entry, or day 2, how we did envelope. And it was just with file cards pasted onto cut down letter size envelopes. And they were supposed to be temporary holders for any ephemera that we found along the way. And that kind of worked, but then we kept taking the ephemera out. Except for apparently this one. What's this? This might be a hidden repeat. And it is ephemera that was not used in the map element. So we actually did use our little stack of envelopes for what they're for. Again, a couple more blank pages and the line that runs all the way through the book. So I can leave the book just like this and just, you know, stick it on my shelf, and it's fine. And I think that's what I might do for Junk Journal January 2025. All of the elements that we did for this can be found in the January Junk Journal playlist. It's a mouthful. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot. Our map element, which has to find a new home if I don't put the covers back on, with its paper crafting or junk journaler elements, the 2 different kinds of pockets, a little bit of note paper, some information. All these are tuck spots for information that our college student finds along the way, and then the ability to look at part of her map or all of her map with even a modern map and all of the information she needs, even a translation from English to French for this map. So this was, I think, by far the most fun part, to imagine what would happen if, you know, secret treasure map meets junk journal, or how would our busy college student be able to work on her map and be able to not let the general public know what she was working on if she didn't want them to. So there you go. There it is.
And there you go, a sneak peek at what we will be doing for the last 2 days of Junk Journal January 2025. See you tomorrow.